Hi and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, my name is Gigi and this is Style by Glam. For today's video, I'm excited to share my living room decor. This is one of the videos that I've been meaning to do, but it took me a while because I was hoping to complete more, or I guess in my mind when I feel like it's fully done. But in the end, with decorating, I don't feel like you can ever be fully done. I did a closet tour a while back, and I'll make sure to link that video, and if you haven't checked that out yet, feel free to check that out. And today's video, it will be focused on the great room, my downstairs living area, which includes the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. We have an open space design, so everything is in one area, which you will see. When decorating the space, I made sure that the furniture, they all complemented each other, since when you walk in, you see everything in one go, even the kitchen. We wanted to make sure all the colors complemented each other. I am definitely more of a modern, minimal style kind of gal, I guess. That's what I did. I kept everything to the minimum, and of course we still have some decor here and there. I love wall art, I love little accents, but when it comes to the space, I make sure it doesn't feel cluttered. It also adds to the fact that it makes it a lot easier to clean. Before we move on to the tour, make sure, if you haven't already, come follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'd love to see you guys over there. I usually post on there on the stories as well as TikTok almost daily. So I'd love to catch up with you guys over there as well. All right, without further ado, let's get to the tour. All right, we're now in the living room area, the great room area, I guess, where the living quarters of our house. We have the living room on the left-hand side, the kitchen on my right, and behind me is where the dining area is. Behind the camera is where our front door is, and heading this way is the path to go upstairs. But today we're just going to be looking at the living room and the great room area. Kind of share how I decorated the space together with Jelly Bean to show how we utilize this space to the max. Since it's not the largest space, we wanted to make sure the decor allows us to still feel spacious and be able to use everything to its fullest, right, Jelly Bean? Okay, let's do this. First up, we have the living room. As you can see, there is a sectional and a coffee table and a media console. I kept it pretty simple in this area. I wanted to keep the space very spacious and don't feel too cluttered, given the space does share with the dining area. And so the key, I feel like, that helped make the space feel a little bit less cluttered is finding a suitable coffee table that was on the lower end and it felt a little bit more compact. And so instead of going with a rectangular or square shaped coffee table, I went with a round coffee table. It was actually from Crates and Barrels kids section, and I guess they named it as a play table, but I thought it was perfect for our coffee table and I used it. I love the little storage space that it has underneath it. The color of it matches great with our flooring as well, and even though it's kind of a shade, a little bit of a difference, but it worked out great, and I think it kind of pulled the whole space together. And for our sectional, when I wanted the sofa, at the time, dusty pink sofas weren't as popular, so we did had it custom made. And this one, we got it from this sofa warehouse furniture store. Unfortunately, now it's closed, so I can't link the exact same one, but I'll link similar style below. I love this sectional. It's super comfy. It fits all of us, including the pets as well. The cushions on it, I don't keep it on. We don't keep it on all the time. We kind of remove it when we all want to sit on it, and so that we can sit comfortably and lay comfortably and watch TV. The media console was a find from Target. I wanted that paneled Warwick look, and Target just happens to have one in white. Most of the time it's always in the natural color, and it didn't really go with any of my furniture. Target was the only place to have a white one, and I love it. The height of it and the depth of it was perfect for our space. It wasn't excessively big. A lot of media consoles were a lot bigger than I wanted it to be. Unfortunately, this model has been discontinued, but I did link a similar version of the same, I think it's from their same line, Thresholds, so you can check it out too. The new version is a little bit on the lower end. This one is a little bit taller, and I liked it because during Christmas I was able to decorate like as if it was a fireplace mantle, and I liked the look a lot. Okay, I had to set Jelly Bean down because she was getting all heated, and it's really hot today. Continuing, the far corner in the back is actually Jelly Bean's little corner. We don't really always close the gate. We're not just like keeping her confined in there. She does like having her own space to sleep through the night, so that's why we set it up that way. And above that space, I put some wall art because that's the only main wall we kind of have in the living area. And since it is an open space, I don't really have a wall behind the sofa to decorate or anything, and that was one big space that I could utilize. Top one, the Chanel sign one, that one's from Olivia Gal, and I've linked it below. The ones on the bottom are from Desenio, and they have a lot of wall arts as well, and a lot of choices to pick from, different color variations. So I did a little collage and picked out the different sizes. I did my own framing locally. The artwork is very affordable, so I'll make sure to link their site as well, and you can check out and see what works for your space. And now we're in the dining area, which is right behind the living room area. For this space, I ended up getting a long dining table. I've always wanted one. I always wanted a marble top one, so I made sure that happened. I got mine from CB2, but this model has been discontinued. However, I did link some similar options as well below if you're going for that look. I've also linked a few different shapes if you're looking for more like a round table or an oval shape, since not everybody can fit a long dining table in their space. So we are pretty lucky that we were able to fit this in. That's why when we first saw this house, we kind of, even though the living space downstairs isn't as big as we hoped it would be, but it was still very user friendly. There was a lot of way to decorate it to have maximum usage and make sure you can host dinner parties and have friends over when needed. Unfortunately, of course, right now it's COVID and we can't do that, but when we do, it's a great space to kind of host and have everybody in one space. For the dining chairs, I actually got them off of Amazon, and they were super reasonably priced. I was just looking for some easy velvet gray dining chairs with gold hardware, and these just happened to be found. Amazon had them and the price was a steal, so of course I got them. Right now it comfortably seats 6. You can add up to I believe this table can fit up to like 8 or at least 10 people. I think we've sat 10 people at this table. For the centerpiece, I got this centerpiece from Crate and Barrel. The florals inside I got off of Amazon, and I kind of did a floral arrangement myself. I really love flowers, but because I have pets, and prior Sky, he would love to bite and destroy the flowers. I figured faux flowers was the easier way to go and make sure that they don't get ruined and by the pets. And also, a lot of flowers are toxic to your cats. Keeping that in mind, I just wanted to be safe, so I used faux flowers. But in the far right corner, we have the little bar cart, which I also got from Target. I didn't put too much on the bar cart, but on the top I have some plants and some wedding memorabilia that we kept from like the signature drink menu, as well as the fan that we gave out to all our guests, and I thought it was a nice little touch to add to the bar cart. At the bottom we just keep some alcohol options. We have some options there, and when friends are over, we do utilize the bar cart. And then on the left, right behind the sofa sectional sofa, I added a cat scratcher and also the boss cat chair. Right now, the kitten Robbie loves to lay in it and kind of look out the window every day and just kind of chill there. I was able to find a cat scratcher in the gray color tone to match my home decor. So I was really happy about that. And the boss cat chair too, because the lining is gray and the outside is white. Both of these items I found on Amazon as well. And for the wall art that I have on here, they're from Olivia Gell as well. I love her artwork and they're so good with their customer service. These 3 pieces actually didn't come in the size that I wanted because of the windows that's above my dining side wall. It was kind of hard to find pieces that could fit. Some were too small and then a lot of them were too large. And they do custom sizings as long as you contact their customer service, so they were able to help me pull together in the size so that it fits nicely onto this wall. Last but not least is the kitchen, which kind of looks over at the dining and living room area. We were very lucky when we bought this house. At the time, the house was still being built, so we were able to customize the kitchen color to what we wanted. I've always wanted a gray color kitchen and with white backsplash, so that's exactly what we did. Everything is in this like nice muted gray, which I love. I did customize the handles and I bought them myself and kind of put them in myself after the fact. Originally they just came in standardized silver, matte silver handles, which I didn't like, so I got these acrylic handles with, you know, a touch of gold hardware, which I thought would match back to the rest of the decor within this space. Currently, we have 3 bar stools, which I got from CB2 as well in that gold tone. I got the faux fur to kind of line it on top to give it a little bit of more of a luxe look. Plus, it feels way better sitting on top than when there's none, because the bar stools itself, the design is this wired design and it can get kind of uncomfortable if you sit there for a little bit longer than a while. And in terms of space, the kitchen is fairly decent size. We have a nice, you know, pretty big center island, and then a full-size sink, which I love. I hate the ones that split in the middle, so we made sure and got that huge full-size sink. And when it comes to cabinets, there's more than enough space. We also have a little pantry section where we can fit a lot of our groceries and other stuff as well. Currently, the kitchen space is missing some I want to say lights. I wanted to add those lights, but COVID hit and I haven't been able to do that yet. But I'm looking forward to when I can, because I don't feel comfortable have somebody come and install it for me. I don't trust myself with wiring and lighting, so that is also why I make sure I didn't do that during COVID. I will wait till I can have somebody, I feel safe to have somebody in my house and install it, have somebody else install it for me. Thank you guys for watching again. I hope you guys enjoy this video and enjoy the little tour of our living quarters. It's definitely a space that I've come to really love, especially and appreciate, especially during this pandemic. LA currently, the pandemic is kind of raging, so we haven't been out. We trying to be responsible and do our part to not add to what is already out there, and having my home has made it a lot easier to just stay inside and I definitely enjoy decorating it when we first move in, and also continue to add little tidbits here and there. And I hope it gave you some ideas. If you're decorating, it gave you some ideas how to, you know, decorate a space, an open space, and make it cohesive and kind of also utilize the space to its fullest. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.